Let's see. So Fisk Pat, you have become the mighty giant beaver. Yeah, you've got your tail slap, your chew scenery. You can create or dismantle barriers. Whoa. What do you do?
Do I still feel Ophelia in front of me?
I mean, you pushed her and she stumbled. She's definitely probably in the darkness nearby. But she's not, like, currently stabbing you, no.
Okay, then I wish to charge to the urn.
Alright. So it's kind of the same thing with Siegwolf that you kind of know the general direction, right? So let's have you defy danger with your constitution to see you deal with the choking ash. Okay, so a 9. Let's see, Fisk Pat. So you're gonna make it to the urn, Fisk Pat. I think the hands try to stop you. Yeah, I'm gonna attack you with hands. These hands of darkness reach out and try to strangle you, strangle your very soul. Right? They grip onto you, and you feel a chilling, cold touch. So we're gonna have hands hurt you. I don't think they can kill you in one shot, but they can hurt you pretty bad. So let's do it's a D10 plus 1 plus a D6.
1d10 plus 1d6.
Plus another. Holy crap.
Fuck.
That's with another plus 1 on it, so that's 17 damage that ignores any armor. So Fisk...
I am with 1 HP.
Yeah, you're gonna earn... we actually have... So on the forum, you can earn awards, badges on your profiles.
Oh, he definitely earned something.
Oh, God.
And one of them is inspired by Lorebog, because Lorebog played many games where he was down to 1 hit point in several adventures and still survived. It's called the Lorebog Reward. So Fiskpat, you're close to joining that club. These hands are trying to strangle you, and you feel them like bearing down on you, trying to choke the life out of you, but you keep pushing forward, and you feel your body sort of bump up against that raised platform, and you are right next to the urn. So, yeah, what are you just trying to, like, knock it over?
No. I go back to my... because I took too much damage, and I'm shocked that I came back to being an halfling. Or I do it anyway. But I want to jump inside the urn.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you make it up there, you leap over and you climb inside, and I mean, you can feel sort of in there is like a pile of ash, basically, right? You're standing in the ashes of something that's now on you. What are you doing, Fiskpat?
I try to summon the spirit of Xuros. I'm sorry, I can't spell it.
That's fine.
Of Xuros.
What are you trying to get that spirit to do?
To awake. And I want to reveal the spirit of the urn. I want him to come out.
Oh god, are you sure you're not resurrecting him? Or
The snake god, right?
no.
Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Xuros. Or no, this one.
You trying to wake up Aemoch?
Yeah, I was thinking that if I fail, I may summon Aemoch. But Fiskpat would do this. I want to summon the true spirit of this urn, because through this urn, somebody is controlling these people.
Okay.
In the mind of Fiskpat. Maybe it's not true.
Okay. These are... Yeah, there are spirits of nature involved. I'll tell you this, Fiskpat. You reach out to summon forth a spirit. This would have to be with elemental mastery.
Yeah.
Now, Zeusros is not a primal spirit of fire, water, earth, or air, but
All right.
there is another spirit that you can feel that is connected to water, right? That goddess you saw before. This urn is not devoted to just one god; it is devoted to two gods, Zeusros and another. Why don't you go ahead and roll plus wisdom? Let's do your elemental mastery.
Maybe the engravings of the second god are inside the vessel instead of outside.
Well, there are two aspects to the engravings on the urn. There is the face of Zeusros coiled in a snake. There is also
There's a
woman
lady dancing. Yeah.
floating through
I
the
was
air.
also thinking about that. Okay, wisdom.
So you can choose one, Fiskpat.
This guy's power leveling.
Yeah, if I'm not going to die, I'm level 3 right now. But the effect that I desire comes to pass.
Oh, Fiskpat.
I know I'm going to pay my debt with my life, probably.
It takes all of the energy that you can summon. You are barely conscious, right? You are on the edge, and you get the name of the goddess. The goddess name is Geltia.
Okay.
This is the goddess you saw in your vision, threatening to destroy the town. You don't retain control because these gods have been asleep for a long time. Your effect you desire comes to pass. You awaken the power of Geltia for a moment, just a moment. But she can't stay awake for long because she hasn't been properly awakened.
It's too soon, Executus.
Yeah. And that's because the power of these gods is being controlled. I can't give you any more information than that. And as you pass out of consciousness and you feel the life draining out of you, Fiskpat. I mean, I could deal damage to you, but you have 1 hit point. So the price of nature is that you are like basically giving your life force to try and call upon the power of a god, channel it through your mortal body, which is quite a shock to a mortal soul. But you do feel the ground rumble and quake, and Verindus, the spirit of Aemoch, is still near you, and you hear a like cry of pain from the spirit, and it shrinks back away from you as the urn. There is a rumbling sound coming from the other end of the room. And in a moment, all of you are buried underneath a tidal wave from seemingly nowhere. You hear like a rumbling sound and a banging, and then like a sound of metal twisting, and a crash, right? As a tidal wave washes through this room. And all of you are swept away. Everything goes, everything was already dark. As you were tumbled and toppled around in this room. Yeah, and it's just chaos and darkness for a few moments. When, okay, Chris, I think you're the first to come to. You hear a sizzle and a spark as your torch, lying there completely wet, just of its own accord, sparks back into light. Sizzling in the water that it's lying in. You're drenched, and there is a thin sheet of water on the ground. You see everyone lying around you. Seagwolf starting to like roll over and come to. Verindus lying up against a wall, also soaked, but breathing and head sort of lilting. You see the bodies of all the people that were here. The like people who are being controlled by Aemoch. They're alive, and they're starting to come to also. In fact, you see Ophelia, and like her eyes sort of like blink open, but they aren't bloodshot, right, or anything. You even see the person who must have been shot by your arrow, and there's like a scar or something through their neck, on their neck, but the arrow is lying there, right? And that person is like opening their eyes and coming to. And the very next thing you see is the urn toppled over. Emptied, except hanging half out of it is the body of Fiskpat, who is not coming to, who is not. Actually, Fiskpat, let's see if you are. Okay, Fiskpat, we're gonna roll Last Breath. It's just a 2d6, it's not plus anything.
Ah, so
No.
close. Ah.
You see Fiskpat lying there, motionless, Chris, in the light of your torch. What do you do?
I try to apply like emergency first aid to just try to like do CPR and stuff like that. Stuff, you know, ranger stuff.
You run over and you grab and you're checking Fiskpat, and Fiskpat, you have a few moments before you pass away. Before your spirit gives out. You have the name of the goddess, Geltia. You know some truths now. Right.
Geltia wasn't. She wasn't the catfish god, right? It was a different one.
No, that's...
No, the catfish one was my goddess. This is another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And probably the one that called me here through my visions. I don't know.
So, Fiskpat, Geltia and Zeusros are ancient gods that are asleep, right? Their power is being controlled. You know Aemoch is an evil spirit usurping their power to try and be reborn. There are still many mysteries, but some things have been laid bare. How their power is being controlled is through two ancient artifacts. One of them is a staff. It's the hand staff of storms. Through it, one could channel the power of Geltia. You know... I think it's a mystery where that is, the hand staff. It's not here. The second is a flute. A flute you've seen before. Shanzi has the Flute of Serpents, devoted to Zeusros. Sorry, the Serpent's Pipe. These things have been revealed to you, Fiskpat. And you have a few moments left before you finally pass away as Chris comes over to you and shakes you into a moment of consciousness. What do you do?
I whisper to him, find the codes. To her, I'm sorry. Find the goat's artifacts. And I gave up.
You have a druidic symbol, I think you carry, right?
No.
They
Or
have
something.
Druids have a tell that marks them as related to nature. Fiskpat has gills.
Oh, okay, never mind. So maybe before your eyes lose their light, I grasp your hand, and I don't say anything, but within my eyes you can see just full of resolve and determination. And I nod.
If you want a keepsake of Fiskpat, Fiskpat owns not many possessions in this world. Fiskpat owns naught but hide armor, a staff, and some dank weed.
I take the dank weed, because he wouldn't want me to have that.
Yeah. But the rest of you start to come to and realize that the darkness has dissipated. You're in the smoky light of a torch. These slaves of Aemoch have been released of their bonds. Aemoch's influence is gone for now. I think Verindus, at least, you've got some sort of tether, at least, to Aemoch. You know he's not destroyed. But this has been a pretty significant blow.
The urn is just a regular urn now, or is there anything weird stuff going on with that?
No, the urn is definitely part of everything, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, the urn's definitely coming with us.
Yeah, we gotta get that thing, like...
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't
safe-
know. I guess someone else can carry like fist pats like a body, and I'll carry the urn out of here.
Philip can carry Fistpat.
And I mean, you've got 4 or 5 other people here now.
These
So.
guys will help us carry everything. Yeah, like I explained to them what the fuck happened, but yeah, if they don't remember.
I don't trust them with Fistpat's body, though.
Yeah.
So you guys gather everything up and head back to town?
Is like Sean? Do we see like Shanzi anywhere in here? Who's like regaining consciousness and coming out of the temple?
He was not here.
Ah.
As we walk, do the people come with us? The 4 people or 5 people?
Yeah, and Ophelia is with them, and they are free from the control of Aemoch. These 5 are.
And as I guess we can sort of. I guess we would talk on the way there about like what they saw, what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
They can give us some info.
they let you know, like, the ones who are dressed up like, the one who's dressed up like a cloister monk, right, says, I don't remember anything from, like, I don't know, it's gonna be a ridiculously long time, right, from 6 months ago. He's basically been under control of Shanzi and Aemoch for a long time. And that's a whole deal with going into the cloister, is that you're kind of a mind slave, and if you ever leave, you just don't remember anything that happened. The guys who are pirates, they say that, well, once the artifact trade started to dry up, they came down here to just take them themselves, and they don't remember what happened after they came down here. And Ophelia came with some others to see what happened to those pirates that first came down here to smuggle themselves. And soon enough, they were taken over also, right? Anybody who entered the temple was swiftly under the enchantments of Aemoch. They don't remember what they've done down here, or where they've been, or what they've been doing. They're certainly horrified as they start to hear stories about mind slaves of Aemoch, harassing the countryside, attacking the town and burning it. It's a whole ordeal.
Yeah. Huh.
Unless anybody has like anything like last ditch thing they wanted to do, I think this is the end of our adventure arc.
Yeah.
I think.
I just want to say I probably. Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I probably offered like the traditional like funeral service for Fistpat, right?
Yeah, that's
Traditional
exactly
shit.
what I was gonna do. I was gonna try
Yeah.
to like find his people, track him down.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't know where. If you come from a river, perhaps.
We just chuck him in the. We just tie some like rocks to him and chuck him in the river.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's some weird druidic stuff going on.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was just gonna do the traditional Katarina's thing, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
eels go back to the river when they grow up, and they die where they where they were born. Maybe Fishpat would have loved the same thing.
I think Chris, like, she doesn't know what the traditions is or what the proper thing to do, but she at least would probably think that you would want to go back to where you came from.
Okay.
So that's where she takes you.
And Chris, I mean, I think as we come back to town and rest, they're planning some sort of ceremony, but you see, you are granted a vision, right? A dream, a strange dream of a pathway, a way to go, someplace not so far off, but a good journey that is the Great River. It is Fiskpat's home, and you hear his goddess call to you to bring him to his place. His family is the river. It is the muddy banks and the fish in it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe the morning after I would unless you wanted to say something just now.
No, you're good. I was just going to say the town. There's a ceremony, right? Everybody thinking, paying respects to Fiskpat, whom they thought was a troublemaker, right? Here to cause mayhem, but freed the daughter of the mayor from the control of an evil spirit and helped to secure peace again for the time being between the pirates and the people of Longshore.
And that synced the cloister.
And the three of you, yeah. Well, the cloister was maybe irreparable. There's some like he was an odd sort.
There's a giant hole in the middle of town, but
he had strange ways. Eyes glance over to the sinkhole. But Fiskpat did help to save many lives. So yeah, there's a big send-off at least. And the three of you who are survived, you are rewarded for your work, right? 200 coins apiece.
Sick.
So I'm guessing as soon as we arrived, before we start talking about like what we do after, we have this giant, like, super powerful and scary urn tied to our barbarian. It's back, I'm guessing, because it's like giant, right? I don't think you're carrying it in your hands, or maybe you are. I don't know how that would work. But I'm guessing we covered it with like cloth and stuff, bringing it into town, just because like maybe even looking at it is bad.
Yeah.
And we would explain all this stuff to the mayor, right?
Sure. Do you... I mean, he would ask that you turn it over to him. He's going to... He and Three Teeth say that they have discussed some options. There is a place to keep it safe. Truly safe. Not smuggle it and sell it. Three Teeth tells you there is a ship nearby. A benefactor of ours who is concerned with quelling, the misuse of divine power. Knows how to deal with this.
I ask him if it's the Black Lotus.
Three Teeth gives you a grin, and he says, You all know more than you all are smarter than you smell.
We all get strange visions from time to time. It's weird. Um. All right. I guess yeah. So I guess we're leaving the urn, right, guys? And or do you guys want to have other opinions about where we should leave the urn?
Well, I mean that works, right? Well, one other thing I was possibly thinking, right? Because like Sigil, at least for a while, right? He's headed back to Katarina, right? His duty here is like done. He has to like report back. So I was thinking he'd take the urn with him, but you know, I don't know. But this probably makes more sense.
Okay. Okay. So that's the.
And
oh,
well, there's one more conversation I could have.
okay.
I guess, yeah, I would, after all this is done and Verendis, I'd be wondering what he would do, because like I would walk up to him and be like, okay, so I know, maybe the day after I would tell him I think I know what my next goal is, and it you know what it is? It's that smelly thing over there that is Fistpat, his corpse. I have to like take it to his people, and it's gonna be a long journey. I got one of those. I had some sort of vision, my dream, and I asked like, what are you gonna do? Are you coming or?
Yeah,
Think about
sure.
something else?
I'm definitely coming.
How are you feeling? No creepy visions. Nothing. No necromantic residuals. You good?
Well, not anymore. I think. I think I think I'm fine now. For now.
Great.
All right. Sure, Verendis. Defy danger charisma to lie to yourself. Cool. Let's do our let's do the end of adventure first. End of session. Did anybody resolve a bond?
Nope.
I did.
What bond?
It seems that Brandis is not cut out for the adventuring life. Maybe he should go back home. I think he showed that he knows more about like his knowledge of stuff. Dealing with the snake shows that he's actually useful. So.
And with that, I think I might have completed my bond that I had with Chris, and that is, Chris is woefully misinformed about the world. I will teach them all I can.
Sure. Yeah, you both learned and taught some stuff. I think that sounds good.
Oh yeah, and I also saw the other one. I guided Rendis before, and they owe me, so I took care of the snake, offering. So that's another one, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you can rewrite both of those. We just get XP for one per session, so.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, if you resolved a bond, mark XP. Did anybody complete their alignment?
Discover something about a magical mystery. I think I did.
Yeah, for sure.
Help someone despite your appetites.
What were your appetites?
Fame and glory and justice.
You didn't take the urn.
Yeah, you didn't take the urn. Sweet.
Cool.
What about, I know there were animal spirits involved, but did I help any of them?
Yes. Yeah, you definitely helped a spirit of the wild. A, Fiskpat. B...
He is a wild little halfling.
Yeah, and B, you helped him do his elemental mastery to, like, calm the stone serpent.
Sick.
If it's a constellation Fiskpat, you would have eliminated an unnatural menace. You'd have done it.
Yeah. And I would have been level 3, right?
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Tons about the gods, at least.
Yeah, they can be controlled.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Yeah.
And did we loot at least 250 coins or a priceless artifact?
I mean, we looted that urn. We gave it away, but we looted it.
Sure did. So that's all 3 of those XP.
Wait, what was the first one that you read from the 3?
Something new and important about the world.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like 14 now XP points.
And we're not even done. Now we do our end of adventure.
Oh yeah, yes, I'm leveling up twice.
Okay. So we find out if who completed the adventure goals, and then we're going to roll the end of adventure roll. So Seagwolf, did you bring Kale 4 to justice?
Yep.
With an axe to the face.
Yep.
Chris, did you get more in touch with animal spirits?
I think I did.
I think you did too. Verindus, did you learn something practical about being an adventurer?
That's a tough one. Did I?
Money solves everything. Just like put the gold pieces on the altar and.
Oh yeah, right. That's actually a good thing to learn.
Pickaxe works well against like stone creatures.
Don't die.
Yeah. Always bring healing. Always bring plenty of healing potions.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite sure if I really completed it. I'm like a little bit 50-50 on it.
I mean, I'll leave it up to you if you want to name something.
Yeah, I don't think I completed it actually.
Okay.
Because when I wrote it, I was more thinking about like street wisdom, so to speak.
Sure.
And yeah, I don't think I got any of that.
And did Fiskpat learn the truth of the vision?
Well, I probably didn't. I didn't learn the full meaning of the visions. There are too many questions about them.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you probably know about the snakes. You know
But
about the lady on the water, but there was the figure in the black cloak that...
And the baby.
And the baby, yeah. Okay. Still some unanswered questions. So that's a +2. So that's 2 XP for everybody. And...
Level 6.
I guess somebody roll me 2d6 + 2.
Oh, we'll have Fistpat do it.
Fiskpat, roll it up.
Well, 2d6.
+2.
The way he's been rolling so far. There we go.
Hey!
Regression to the mean.
So in a 10+, you make it to your next adventure with additional info on a topic of your choice. So you guys can ask me. So this is a thing, and Fiskpat, you can tell me something too. You can put something on the map. You can ask if there is an item that you want on the map. You can ask about a certain kind of person, anything. You can ask me any fucking question. I'll tell you where it is on the map. And if it doesn't exist on the map now, I'm going to make it. I'm going to put it on the map.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be like specifically for your character, right? It can be something like, that's known in like general now.
Yeah, could be anything.
Okay. Well, right now I'm only thinking about the place where the river is. But if you have any suggestions.
That's what I was going to ask you if you didn't mention it. I was going to ask you, where is the Great River?
I have to zoom out just a second. Well, Facepath traveled, so probably the Great River is around here.
Okay. I saw that.
Where?
Great River.
Here.
So it's going to be, sort of southeast of Mount Neverest. I may just make it that whole blue bit. Oh, man. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
It is a good idea. Anybody else? What does everybody else want to know?
I have no idea.
So judging by we're choosing along the same lines of what what's her face Chris wanted to do, which is basically gain like druidic powers. What sort of does she? I feel like I'm picturing her like getting to Fiskpat's people, giving the body, like maybe staying there for like a week or so, and like just kind of becoming a member of those people and just like learning with them or trying to become part of them. And maybe they sent her off and like, you gotta do the trials of the catfish or something like that. You gotta go travel all up this river. I don't know, something like that. So I don't know what sort of locations that would make, or maybe she lives with like a tribe of Murlocs. I don't know.
Yeah, we should put like a druid home nearby.
Basically, what I'm asking is how does Chris gain the ability to shapeshift?
Oh yeah.
Or begin moving towards that direction, which could be like it could take all her life. I don't care. But I feel like that's what she wants to do.
Yeah, you must. Yeah, you definitely gotta. Oh, I know what you gotta do. You must gain the favor of the goddess Lutria. To do that, you must cleanse the great river.
I think, like if she were to level up to Lothi, she gets God amidst the wastes, and gets the cleric stuff. Probably.
I've also. There's in class warfare there isn't a compendium for shapeshifting, but I have access to a compendium for shapeshifting from the guy who actually wrote the book. If you'd want to do that, but you could also do it,
There's also skinwear from the guide, from the Dungeon World guide.
Sure.
Like I put on like a skin of something and it can turn into it.
Yeah, maybe they'll give you like a scale cloak from the great catfish or something.
Yeah, like a big headdress with frills on it, and I can turn into like I don't know.
That could be cool. Yeah. If you cleanse the Great River, it is being poisoned by, most likely the weasels, but maybe also something else.
Damn mammals.
Yeah, and I put kind of to the south there. Oh shit, a little druid village that we haven't named yet, but that's the village to go to. Cool. What else?
From me or from somebody else?
Somebody else. Everybody gets one.
Like right now, my goal is just like as it was before. I just want to travel to new places, and I still have the bond with Fiskpat to learn about his race and everything. So I guess that fits in very well with cleansing the river and visiting the druid village and everything. So yeah, would there be any other location that my character would be interested in?
I would probably tell you about the artifacts that he told me about getting. I think that would be also our really big goal that Chris would have eventually, right? Because she like sort of promised. She's just trying to get strong. So maybe you could do like you can start doing research on that or something like that. And also you kind of influence. You have like that little contact with Aemoch.
Yeah, a little bit. So, regaining the artifacts
Yeah.
could be like my adventure goal.
Well, you can just
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be the adventure goal, right? You can just ask me something. And you can plan to do it later, even. I'll tell you where the other artifact is if you want to know.
Yeah. Then that is my question. So I'm gonna hit the books and or rather like ask around with the contracts that we have now, with the contacts, and try to get the location.
Well, you failed that charisma roll to lie to yourself, which is great because Chris sees a vision of the river, right, and where to take Fiskpat. You see a vision also of the magic gives you another guidance. The hand staff of storms, it does many things. It can create sonic bursts like thunderclaps, and it can control the sea and create waves. It can control the weather and make it, I don't know, rain for 4 or 5 days in a row, for example.
Okay.
Things like that. So whoever had it could control, like, let's say the weather and fuck up a whole town for a couple days and make things go crazy. Yeah.
Mm.
And the hand staff of storms is on the Black Lotus.
Oh, it's on the Black Lotus. Okay.
You stay on the East Coast.
Yeah, for sure. That benefactor who has the urn also has the hand staff of storms.
Okay.
What about you, Seek Wolf?
Where's that flute at?
Oh, Shanzi still has it.
Oh, where's Shanzi though?
I mean, they are going to be taking up residence like in the wilderness, right? Aemoch's not entirely destroyed. There'll probably be a problem in and around the ruins and around Longshore for some time to come. There are still many slaves to Aemoch, Shanzi among them. He definitely still has the pipe, the serpent's pipe, and yeah, that'll still be going on.
Cool.
Yeah, the epic of Aemoch is far from complete. All right.
Sick.
Well, that's an adventure complete. If you want to, yeah. So if you guys want to, well, let me just end the recording. Yeah, that's the end. Congratulations.